Every so often a machine arrives that challenges long-held assumptions about what a street-legal performance product can be. It turns expectations on their head by taking technology once reserved for elite competition and adapting it for everyday pavement. When that kind of machine appears, it raises questions about purpose, purity, and how far engineering can go before the result becomes something closer to a showcase than a conventional ride. The moment you see one of these rare creations, you sense that it was designed with fewer compromises and more intention. You can almost feel the hours of craftsmanship reflected in every component. Enthusiasts look at a machine like this and wonder who it is actually for, why it exists, and whether its presence signals a broader shift in how manufacturers think about halo products. These are the machines that invite curiosity from riders and non-riders alike, the ones that turn parking lots into informal gatherings and spark conversations about precision and ambition. If you enjoy deep dives into the most exceptional machines ever offered to the public, like the video, subscribe for more long-form stories, and comment with the next topic you want covered. The 2015 Honda RC213V-S is the kind of machine that forces anyone who studies high-end performance to reconsider where the boundary between professional competition and public road use actually sits. It arrives with a profile shaped by intense race development, and then adjusted with meticulous care so that regular riders can legally experience something that feels very close to elite competition practice. To understand how the 2015 Honda RC213V-S came to exist, it helps to look at the environment that shaped its development. For years, manufacturers refined high-performance models for public use while maintaining separate, far more specialized equipment for competition. This separation served practical reasons. Racing involves extreme loads, constant component replacement, and setups that would not survive under typical ownership. What made the 2015 Honda RC213V-S so unusual is that it attempted to bridge the gap with a machine still rooted in the championship environment, while also meeting legal standards. This tension set the tone for the entire project. Engineers were tasked with presenting something that would deliver a flavor of elite performance without replicating the constant maintenance expectations of full race equipment. Honda understood that very few riders would ever experience a real competition machine in its natural setting. The company also understood that halo products spark identity and pride among both fans and owners. The 2015 Honda RC213V-S was designed as a mechanical ambassador, a showcase that would not be produced in large numbers but would serve as a reference point for what the company could achieve with resources, expertise, and a clear mission. When you examine its construction, you immediately notice the workshop mentality behind it. Much of it was assembled by hand with a level of precision closer to competition pit culture than mass production. Frames had welds shaped by specialists. Engine interiors reflected the smoothness and alignment standards of equipment designed to withstand high RPM stress. Every major subsystem signaled that this was not a repurposed public model, but a near-direct migration of a proven competition layout. The ergonomics followed similar logic. The bike asked riders to adopt a committed stance, placing weight forward and inviting them to understand how to communicate with a chassis built for agility instead of comfort. Even the control surfaces reflected competition lineage. The levers offered adjustability across a wide range because the bike was expected to be tailored to specific rider preferences. The deeper you explore the 2015 Honda RC213V-S, the clearer the design intention becomes. This was meant to deliver an authentic flavor of top-level performance without pretending to be a casual weekend product. People often discuss factory tuning and premium components, but this model elevated those ideas into something else entirely. Instead of enhancing a mass-produced base, it originated from elite settings and then adapted downward. This inversion is key because it changes the entire development path. Instead of adding upgrades to a public machine, engineers identified which competition elements needed careful moderation to survive real-world use. That moderation applied to the engine, electronics, cooling strategy, and intake layout. Each adjustment aimed to deliver durability, compliance, and usability without removing the essential spirit of the original platform. The result showed a level of intentional restraint rare in any high-performance product. It would have been easy to replicate competition specifications wholesale, but that would have created a machine impossible to license, maintain, or insure. Instead, Honda walked a technical tightrope. The engineers removed only what was absolutely necessary. This selective moderation became one of the most interesting dimensions of the 2015 Honda RC213V-S because it revealed the precise compromises required to move a competition platform into the public environment. Understanding these compromises is essential to understanding why the model captured so much attention. Enthusiasts recognized that they were seeing something preserved, not diluted. At the same time, ownership reality mattered. The company recognized that some buyers would take advantage of optional equipment packages to unlock performance settings closer to competition behavior. The existence of these optional upgrades added another layer of complexity. It demonstrated that the machine existed on a spectrum and that buyers could choose where they wanted their experience to land. This unusual flexibility helped define the 2015 Honda RC213V-S as a product concept. It spoke to ambitious engineering, selective restraint, and a desire to create something that could be appreciated at multiple levels. The attention to detail extended beyond power and control. Cooling channels, airflow patterns, and component packaging were arranged with precision to maintain stability under strenuous conditions. Even at idle and low speeds, the machine displayed habits rooted in elite performance tuning. The idle quality, throttle feel, and heat management all signaled that this was not a casual commuter but a product shaped by intense expectations. It is this dual character that makes the story so compelling. The bike could be licensed, insured, and interpreted through the lens of public road ownership, yet beneath that legal structure remained a heart shaped by thousands of hours of championship competition learning. The 2015 Honda RC213V-S represented both an idea and an achievement. An idea that public products can reach higher than expected, and an achievement that showcased what can happen when a company decides to place technical excellence above production convenience. This combination made the bike more than a limited-run showcase. It turned it into a milestone that influenced how enthusiasts evaluate top-tier performance. Standing in the presence of the 2015 Honda RC213V-S, you can feel layers of engineering intention. Every material choice, every angle, every piece of hardware reflects a pursuit of purity tempered by just enough practicality to make the machine available to a handful of dedicated owners. That rarity added mystique, but the true value has always been the engineering philosophy behind it. A philosophy born in competition and adjusted with surgical precision for public use. With this foundation in place, the model earned its identity as one of the most ambitious street-legal performance machines ever produced. The 2015 Honda RC213V-S moved into a more complex territory once riders and analysts began to evaluate how its race-based design translated into real-world performance. Within the first minutes of discussion, it became clear that the identity of the 2015 Honda RC213V-S could not be understood by looking at power figures alone because the machine expressed its character through subtle engineering interactions rather than headline numbers. To appreciate this, you have to start with the chassis philosophy. The competition lineage shaped a frame designed for stability under extreme lean angles, rapid directional shifts, and sustained high-load cornering inputs. When this architecture migrated into the 2015 Honda RC213V-S, it gave the public a chance to feel how a champion-level chassis communicates with pavement. Every minor body input produced a response that felt more immediate and linear than anything in the usual performance category. The bike did not chase straight-line theatrics. Instead, it focused on balance, predictability, and the sensation that the chassis was anticipating rider behavior rather than reacting to it. This set the tone for deeper analysis because it demonstrated that Honda had carried over the handling character of the competition platform more faithfully than any other single attribute. Once riders understood the handling, attention shifted to the engine. The 2015 Honda RC213V-S used a V4 layout shaped by the competition program and then adapted for longevity, emissions compliance, and public fuel quality. Even with the necessary moderation, the engine remained precise, energetic, and eager to rev. It rewarded clean inputs and disciplined throttle use. The optional upgrade package transformed the engine further. When installed, it unlocked power delivery closer to the competition template. This dual-state design revealed how the model served different rider expectations. Some owners wanted a refined halo machine for private collection or casual demonstration use, while others wanted an experience as close as possible to elite competition practice. The electronics played a similar dual role. The 2015 Honda RC213V-S carried a suite of controls shaped by race logic and then adapted for public safety expectations. Traction systems, ride modes, and throttle mapping worked with a sense of transparency. They felt like assistants rather than barriers. This transparency gave the machine an elevated feel because it allowed riders to sense the mechanical foundation without overwhelming them with sharp or unpredictable transitions. Engineers aligned these electronics with the chassis philosophy. The goal was to create a unified experience where every component supported the next. That unification separated the 2015 Honda RC213V-S from other expensive performance machines. Rather than stacking premium parts for status value, Honda calibrated each subsystem to function in harmony. Even the braking system expressed this intention. The hardware came from a high-tier supplier with competition experience, but Honda tuned the feel for road use. The initial bite was assertive without being abrupt. The lever travel was short yet communicative. The stopping power remained consistent across temperature variations. This balance showed how a competition-oriented machine can be refined for the public without losing its essence. The 2015 Honda RC213V-S also revealed deeper insights through weight management. Low mass has always been one of the most effective performance multipliers, and Honda treated it as a primary design pillar rather than a late-stage consideration. Lightweight materials, compact packaging, and careful distribution allowed the bike to express agility with minimal input. Low mass helped every subsystem perform more naturally. The suspension required less correction, the brakes operated with less strain, and the engine could deliver acceleration without relying on extreme output figures. These qualities demonstrated how the real advantage of the 2015 Honda RC213V-S came from the sum of its decisions rather than any single metric. This is why the model continues to fascinate analysts. It shows how refinement, coherence, and engineering discipline can produce results that feel more impressive than raw specifications alone. Ownership experience also revealed important truths. Because the 2015 Honda RC213V-S carried so much competition DNA, maintenance expectations sat between pure race equipment and typical high-performance models. Parts were durable under normal use, but they demanded more attention than mainstream machines. Riders had to stay ahead of wear cycles, heat management, and fluid condition. Honda prepared owners with clear guidance. The company wanted users to understand that they were caring for a machine built with different priorities than mass-market products. This guidance reflected transparency. The company did not hide the reality of living with a machine this advanced. Instead, it embraced the idea that ownership itself was part of the experience. This honesty helped shape the long-term reputation of the 2015 Honda RC213V-S because owners felt informed, respected, and connected to the craftsmanship behind the machine. Collectors responded strongly to this philosophy. Rarity elevated the model, but the deeper value came from the engineering narrative. People realized that the 2015 Honda RC213V-S was not simply an expensive artifact. It was a direct link to years of competition development. This link created a sense of authenticity that other Halo machines rarely matched. The model did not rely on marketing drama. Its presence alone communicated what it represented. As more owners and reviewers studied the machine, another pattern emerged. The 2015 Honda RC213V-S encouraged disciplined riding. It responded best when treated with smooth inputs, clear intentions, and respect for its finely tuned systems. This characteristic mirrored the attitude of elite competition riding. Precision mattered more than brute force. Riders who adopted this mindset found that the bike delivered a more rewarding experience. It revealed layers of performance that only appeared when the rider and machine moved in synchronized rhythm. Over time, this created an interesting shift in public perception. The 2015 Honda RC213V-S was not celebrated primarily for record-chasing activity, but for the quality of its mechanical expression. It became known as a purist machine built for riders who value communication, feedback, and feel above simplified performance headlines. This reputation aligned perfectly with its origins. The model reminded people that true performance is a partnership between rider skill and engineering quality. As analysts continued evaluating the 2015 Honda RC213V-S, they found that its greatest lessons came from the way it approached balance. Each element was chosen not to impress in isolation but to support an overall mission. This philosophy created a machine that felt cohesive, intentional, and deeply connected to its competition roots. That cohesion became a defining part of its identity. When riders spoke about the 2015 Honda RC213V-S, they often described how natural it felt once they adapted to its expectations. The 2015 Honda RC213V-S reached a point in its story where its long-term meaning became more important than its initial specifications. The machine shifted from a headline product to a reference point in discussions about what a street-legal performance model can become when a manufacturer allows engineering philosophy to lead rather than marketing demands. To understand the legacy of the 2015 Honda RC213V-S, you have to look at how the riding community responded over time. Early reactions focused on price, output, and rarity, but as the years passed, riders and analysts began studying the deeper intent. They realized that the machine served as a demonstration of what happens when competition development is repackaged with precision and integrity. Instead of presenting a softened race imitation, Honda delivered something that maintained most of its original logic. This authenticity became central to the model's lasting identity. The 2015 Honda RC213V-S was not a symbolic tribute but a functional bridge between two worlds. Owners and reviewers described how the experience of riding it felt distinct from typical high-performance models. The feedback, responsiveness, and balance created a sensation of connection that reminded riders of elite competition practice even at modest speeds. This connection shaped the machine's reputation among experienced riders. It became known as a bike that rewarded skill, patience, and consistent technique rather than quick, careless inputs. Over time, the market responded to this reputation. The 2015 Honda RC213V-S grew more desirable in collector circles, not because of speculation cycles but because of genuine respect for the craftsmanship embodied in its design. The model represented a rare moment when a company prioritized engineering purity above production convenience. This made it a benchmark for authenticity. Even riders who never experienced the bike firsthand understood its significance. They recognized that it represented a philosophy rather than a trend. That philosophy influenced how people viewed later high-performance machines from other manufacturers. Buyers began asking whether a product carried true development lineage or whether it simply stacked components to generate excitement. In this way, the 2015 Honda RC213V-S reshaped expectations by reminding the market that elite performance comes from coherence rather than complexity. The bike also influenced how owners approached maintenance and operation. Living with a machine shaped by competition logic required a different mindset. Riders learned that maintenance was not a chore but a method of staying connected to the engineering. They treated upkeep as part of the experience rather than a burden. This perspective encouraged a culture of respect around the model. Owners preserved them with care, and many became long-term custodians rather than short-term sellers. The model's scarcity amplified this stewardship. Each unit became a small piece of competition heritage adapted for public life. As the 2015 Honda RC213V-S aged, it demonstrated another key insight. A machine designed with precise engineering intention tends to age gracefully because its value is rooted in authenticity rather than trend-driven excitement. The bike maintained relevance because it never relied on exaggerated output claims or temporary styling cues. Its character came from engineering quality that remained impressive even as performance standards evolved. This timelessness secured its place in the conversation about the most ambitious street-legal machines ever produced. The 2015 Honda RC213V-S also changed how enthusiasts discuss the idea of a halo product. Before its arrival, halo models were often seen as premium versions of mainstream platforms. After its release, riders recognized that a halo product can be something entirely different. It can be a direct expression of a company's highest level of capability, even if the result is impractical for mass sale. This shift encouraged more thoughtful conversations about engineering ambition and the purpose of flagship models. In historical context, the 2015 Honda RC213V-S represents a rare kind of achievement. It captured a moment when competition technology and public regulation could intersect with enough precision to produce something that felt both authentic and accessible. That intersection grows more difficult as regulations tighten and development costs rise. Many analysts believe that machines like this may not be possible again without major shifts in industry priorities. This belief adds another layer to its legacy. The model is not only an engineering triumph but also a symbol of a unique era. Over time, its presence influenced collectors, riders, and engineers who saw it not as a novelty but as a milestone worth studying. Its lessons extend beyond motorcycle culture. It shows how any performance product can achieve excellence when clarity of purpose guides every decision. The 2015 Honda RC213V-S stands today as a reminder that engineering expression, when executed with discipline and respect for its origins, can create experiences that endure long after the original specifications fade from memory. The 2015 Honda RC213V-S concludes as a rare example of what happens when a company chooses to translate elite competition knowledge into a public machine with clarity, restraint, and confidence. It stands apart not because of scarcity alone but because every part of its development reflected an unwavering commitment to authenticity. When riders and analysts look back at the 2015 Honda RC213V-S, they see more than a limited production effort. They see a deliberate engineering philosophy grounded in balance, feedback, and mechanical honesty. The model showed that true performance comes from harmony rather than raw output, and that a machine shaped by competition can still behave predictably and respectfully on public pavement when tuned with precision. That balance built trust, and trust allowed the machine to create memorable experiences for riders who valued connection over spectacle. As the years pass, the 2015 Honda RC213V-S continues to teach important lessons about purpose. It demonstrates that Halo products reach their highest form when they communicate a company's values rather than its marketing targets. Its long-term impact can be seen in how enthusiasts evaluate premium machines. People now ask whether a design carries real development lineage or whether it simply combines expensive components for appeal. This shift in perspective underscores the influence of the 2015 Honda RC213V-S. It raised expectations by reminding the community that engineering coherence is the foundation of meaningful performance. The model also reshaped ideas about ownership. Caring for such a machine required mindfulness, patience, and appreciation for the craft behind it. Owners learned that maintenance was not an obligation but an extension of the relationship between rider and machine. This mindset fostered a culture of long-term stewardship that preserved each unit with care. Over time, the 2015 Honda RC213V-S has become more than a collectible. It has become a benchmark for authenticity, a marker of what can be achieved when engineers refine rather than compromise. Its legacy endures because it was created with purpose and delivered with integrity. It represents a unique era when competition technology and public regulation align just enough to make something extraordinary possible. In reflecting on its journey, the lesson becomes clear. When a machine is shaped by genuine intent, built with disciplined engineering, and presented without shortcuts, it can leave an imprint that lasts far beyond its production run. The 2015 Honda RC213V-S remains a powerful reminder that excellence in performance design comes from focus, respect for origins, and a vision that extends beyond numbers to embrace the full experience of riding.